Hey, Shalom, Akim Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Those in this gospel, brother, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just in transit, just kind of open forum, just kind of a couple of things that were just on my spirit. Mainly what the elder brother Ariella was talking about last night in transit he did about brotherhood and keeping that same energy and being part of something that's great, something that's great, something that's supportive, something that can be lucrative in different aspects of your life, and how Yahweh Shai has assembled together a perfect team of sincere men to have a beautiful relationship with, man, because the brotherhood, is really everything we got on this side. Like, elder brother went into how this thing is hidden among the world, because though it's here, you can see it, but the average person don't understand it, that what brotherhood is about. Okay, because the brotherhood, man, it's hold on one second, but yeah, the brotherhood, man, is totally beneficial for the times we're living in, because he made a good point. He said about when all hell breaking loose and then you having brothers to be there, to depend on, to put your best foot forward and to navigate through this thing, because the scriptures go into two being greater than one, because when one is down, the other could pick the other brother up. Okay, when you have a unit in a body that's behind this thing, and you can actually kind of navigate with the brothers, man, and you can see certain things, you can learn things, man, like being charitable, coming through for one another, spending time breaking bread, and knowing that a brother has your best interest. That shit is priceless in the world we in, man, because the world, man, they don't have that type of loyalty. Okay, like the prime example is this, like in a world full of perverseness and lawlessness and love waxing cold, you got brothers that's still standing 10 toes down for one another, man. Okay, and you're gonna have those occasions of men that's not really brothers, that's gonna masquerade or fake the funk or fake it till they make it. But men like that just get weeded out eventually, and you will see it. But overall, man, talking about what Yahweh Shai built up, he says the greater thing that a man lay down his life for his friends, and Yahweh Shai was alluding to himself and possibly what the brothers will have to do in that time, because you got to have in your mindset that hey, are you really ready to die for what you believe in? Are you really willing to go up to bat for a man that you call your brother? Okay, because your brotherhood is, they're your family, because like I said, everything in this setup is totally against us. It's perverse, you know what I mean? So you got to ask yourself, are y'all really down for the cause, man? Are you really down for the cause? Because it's very important, because we can learn from one another, understanding history, understanding the mindset, understanding how we've come to get where we are. Because after a while, you have men that become ungrateful when they feel like they've gotten everything they needed to get, or they feel like they don't need the tutelage anymore. Like, we all are not above correction, man, and we all, we all are still under teachers, man. Okay, have the tutelage. Though the scriptures say, "I become wiser than my teachers." You got men that take that and run with it and think that they can't be taught shit. When that's not the spirit that Yahweh Shai was operating in, man. Okay, because at the same time, man, we learned what we learned, because we got teachers above us, and there's no way wise that we become more wiser than them, because for one thing, they still here, they're still diligent, and they're still doing what they're supposed to do. Now, they became wiser than their teachers because a lot of their teachers fell out, went back into the world, was teaching perverse doctrines, so they became wiser than their teachers because they stayed the course. Okay, they kept teaching, they kept dealing, but you got guys, man, that leave the fold, get kicked out or whatever, man, and then they go on the street speaking, and then you can't really tell them shit, because in their mindset, I got this already, man. Fuck the apostles, man. Fuck y'all niggas. We don't need y'all. We good. Yahweh Shai dealing with us. Okay, well, keep that same energy, because when somebody run into your ass in Jacob's trouble, you better hope it's all good, because the Spirit of the Lord will weed your ass right up out of here with that. So it's something to keep in mindset, man, because, hey, that's going to be one of the greatest feelings when you run into men when all hell break loose, is somebody that you know get your best interest, somebody you know you can stand 10 toes down with. Hey man, that's a beautiful feeling, because it's like, oh shit, man, I ain't got to go through it. It give you more courage and more strength to go through things when you got a man by your side that's gonna stand there with you and go through the same thing. You strengthen one another, okay, through the spirit. Spiritual conduits, like, man, and that's it's nothing better than that. Like, for instance, if brothers are getting ready to get a guillotine and you got another brother right there with you cheering you on, man, that's gonna give you the strength to undergo your torment, man. You know, and those are things to really think about. And that's why it's good to always have a good rapport, like the scriptures say, get the love of the congregation, man. Okay, so, you know, trying to be in good standing, having a good name among brothers, because if you have a tarnished name for whatever reason, it's really hard to get that back, because a lot of times when your name is tarnished, then people are gonna look at you sideways. Even if you mean well, people gonna look at you sideways. So you have to be very mindful and very careful on how and what you do around other people, man. You know, what you say, because anything it be the smallest things that can be made the biggest things. Things be taken out of context and so forth. You gotta be careful, man, because a lot of times men, they're looking for that seat, they're looking for that big moment, that big break. You know, oh well, you know, what can I do to get in this seat? What can I do to sit in this seat? You know, not many guys in Israel would like to be the apostles, man, and like to be set up in their stead, but they'll just destroy Israel because they don't have what it takes to complete the job. They don't have the mental fortitude. They don't have the discipline to put themselves in the leadership role. They don't have that. Okay, they don't understand. They think it's all about being seen and clout chasing and being liked. No, man. Great power, great knowledge comes with great responsibility. Okay, and we have to exemplify that. So always be mindful of that, man. And that was an excellent point he made last night. You know, I can agree with it 1,000%. You know, and also I wanted to say this too about men, women, and this is another reason why we got to get out of here too. Okay, because for one thing, I'm gonna say this too, you females out there, you women out there that may be listening to the truth. If you want a husband, make sure you want a husband for the right reason. You don't want a husband because he's attractive, or, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being attractive, but because, oh, he's a leader, or he's a leader of a camp, or he's a great speaker, or he's popular, or he wears red or blue or black or orange. If you're looking for a husband for the wrong reason, you're just gonna set yourself up, man. Because a lot of you women, I'm gonna just be straightforward, a lot of you are full of shit. Okay, you know, and then you try to blame it on brothers when your ass is the fucking problem, man. Okay, and the brother take you on to himself, and he already got a situation, and you gotta deal with that, man. Okay, you can't come in here thinking that you're gonna get the same privilege as the first wife got. All right, like, let's just say, for right, I'm dealing with a woman that I've been with for 6 years, 7 years, and we got kids together, we got history together. And let's just say if I did take on another wife, she gotta understand how fucking roll. She gotta understand. She gotta be courting me. She has to be you gotta be vetted, man. You just can't come in here thinking you gonna get the same privilege as my wife, as my first. Nah. And if I gotta spend every day with you, like, I mean, no. And now in a perfect world, you're gonna treat your wives equal. You know, you're gonna do that. But the scriptures go into how a man loveth one wife and hated the other, but hey, his duty of marriage and his duty of raiment, he should not diminish. So yeah, you're gonna have instances which you got to take care of her in a perfect world, but in this setup, man, things are a little different. You got certain brothers that live with their women, man, okay, and they got another wife and stuff like that lives separately from them. And then, you know, the wife that lives separate for like, oh, well, this nigga, he got to do what he do for you. I've been with this woman 10 years, and you coming in dictating what I got to do for you, man. Hell nah. Don't marry me then if you got a problem with my situation. And then again, flip side to that too, brothers, if you gonna get a wife, then have attention on dealing with her, man. All right? Don't just be getting a wife and then you ain't gonna plan on dealing with her, because now you just fucked up for another brother that may have had a wife and she could have been something to him, man. Okay? That, if you plan on marrying a woman in this setup, then plan on dealing with her. If you're not gonna deal with her, then don't fucking marry her, because now you just basically you made her, you could turn her into a whore like that too, man. Because the only thing she gonna do is go out there and play the field. You know, so if you don't have attention on spending time with her or being with her, or if she sincerely is into you, and you got a situation that you and your current wife can't work out, then it's not wise. That's why we tell brothers all the time, having multiple wives is lawful, but it's not expedient. You got to really be realistic. Now, if you're going to deal with a concubine or whatever, and they don't understand that agreement, then that's on them. But if you're going to have her as a concubine and you deal how you deal and she can't understand that, then you gotta let it go. You just gotta not deal with it, because it's gonna be a problem right there. It's gonna be confusion, because in her mindset, she's gonna feel obligated to your time. And the scriptures do say, hey, you're supposed to get a wife through benevolence, which you're supposed to deal with her. You know, but if she don't understand the role that she just your concubine, your lesser wife, and that you're gonna deal with her how you're gonna deal with her, she's one in that top position, then y'all have a misunderstanding need to be worked out. You know, but if you got a wife, and let's say if I got a wife, but I don't plan on dealing with her or seeing her, then I'll just I'm just playing. I'm just like, what's the point? Because you got brothers out here that sincerely want wives, man, that want wives to be a comfort, because brothers are catching fucking hell, man. So if you have no intention on dealing with her and you made her your wife, then don't even marry her, bro, because I mean, like I said, that ain't nothing but confusion. That's confusion, and then you could destroy souls like that, man. You know, so be very mindful on that. Now, if she just like, look, man, I just want this relationship with you, X, Y, and Z, and y'all come to agreement with that, which is really up to you. She really don't choose in the matter. But at the same time, you women, you got to be very, very, you got to start using discretion too. You just can't say, oh, well, because he look good, I want him. That's stupid, man, because now you put yourself in a predicament. That's on you. You didn't take in consideration of what situation his brother was in. Brother can have a family, 3-4 kids. He might not have time to attend to you, but at the same time, us as men, we got to know how to put that shit in balance. If I know I got 4 kids by this one woman and I'm living with her, then it probably won't suit me to try to get another woman. Like, for what? You know what I'm saying? Now, if, like I said, if she's a concubine, then, and she's willing to deal with how that's going to deal, then, I mean, so be it. But most times, brothers, these women, they don't accept that shit. They may play the concubine role, which technically all our women are concubines anyway. Be honest, because we ain't even really in the time of marriages. It ain't even, our women is so fucked up to the point that only how you really marrying a woman is really if she's really about this truth, man, and understanding. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have a wife. I'm not saying that you dealing with a woman that's outside the truth. I'm not saying that that's awful or anything like that. But let's be realistically speaking, man, for her to be totally reborn and conform to your mind and wisdom, that's very unlikely on this side. So you gotta learn how to balance that mindset out, because a lot of them ain't gonna go for that. They may play the concubine with you for 2 weeks. Now she's gonna want full benefits, man, and that ain't the agreement we agreed upon. And then now she's mad at her feelings, and now she's gonna try to, you know, destroy your life, man. It's very, you gotta be very careful when dealing with these women, brothers. Be very, very careful, man. And that's really what I have to say about that. That's why, hey, it says all things that are lawful but not expedient unto me. So it's not expedient to be heaping every woman you see to yourself. It just is really not, it's not that important. It's not that deep. You know, you may have some taste for some new squab or whatever, just you being a man, but even then you got to use it. You got to use wisdom in that, you know, because what about the brothers that don't have wives, that want wives? You see what I'm saying? So you got to be very mindful on what you're doing out here. And then, like I said, majority of you women are full of shit anyway. You know, you agree to a situation, and then when it don't fit your benefit, and all of a sudden now you feel some type of way about it. Now everybody else is wrong, but you know you wrong, man. All right? So I just wanted to put that out there, put that on wax. But no, we're not saying brothers can't take wives or get women. No. Shit, that's what you do. Do what you got to do. But, you know, be mindful of it too, man. If you really say, oh, this is my wife, and you really into it, then you got to deal with her, man. You know, deal with her. Because if not, then shit, resentment, all this other crazy shit. You have a lot of problems you don't need, you know. But anyway, I'm going to end it there. All praises and glory, honor, and beauty. How about you, man? How shy? Shalom and the Baba Ball.